Here we are at the Whitewater Trailhead. There are two trails here. One trail goes off to the right. That's the historic Old Spanish Trail. The other goes off to the left. That's the one we're going to take today. It's the Gunnison Bluffs Trail. That trail goes along the top of the cliff overlooking the Gunnison River and the train tracks below. There's a lot of beautiful views along here. We hope you enjoy them as much as we do. That's the neatest little tree, all by itself. I go and take a peek at it. Hopefully without stepping in the cactus. That's no fun to get in your feet. This is the trail that leads us down by the river where the van is at. An old wrecked van. Oh, hey, there's another old car down there.
Yeah, we took the long way around, but that was sure a scenic route to take. There are a lot of ankle twisters here. In fact, this looks like a great spot to sit. Right here. Okay.
This is the first time I've crashed my drone. I just wasn't paying attention, and you can see I put my thumb on the controller right there, and my son says, "Hey, the drone just crashed." Well, I come and get it here in a second. I shortened that up a little. But after that, I decided I should test it out and make sure everything's still operating okay. There's my son saying, I didn't do it this time because he crashed it last time. As you can see, everything's operating real smooth. I checked all the propellers and the battery, and everything was just fine. I'm sure grateful for that. I did a little flight test here to make sure the camera and everything was operating correctly, and then we moved on.
Oh, this is kind of a neat little area, isn't it? There's a burrow down there for sure. There's something living down there. Probably can't see it on camera. Where?
On the other side.
Oh, there he's moving. Coming right towards me too. There he is. Okay, little lizard. Oh, there's one right there. Look at that. Another one.
That must be the one that was staring at me.
Right on your foot. He went up your pant leg and back out. He's over there. He ran away. Yeah, I am recording too, so that one crawled right up on my foot. They're friendly as can be.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
I wouldn't want them on my pant leg, but yeah.
I would want them on my pant leg. That cactus is awesome. Really blooming.
This pack has to be at least 40 pounds right now.
This was a good hike, but it is a hot hike. We're definitely hiking through desert. Of course, hence the name Gunnison Bluffs Trail. We are in the bluffs. This is dangerous. Nowhere to sit at that shade tree. We're gonna have to go up here a ways, I guess.
My son and I do a lot of these videos together. We're kind of a father and son adventure team, I guess. Not all of our videos are going to be hiking through the desert. Some of them are going to be in the Grand Mesa, the Uncompahgre. Hopefully we'll get outside of Colorado. But while we're in Colorado, we'd like to get down around Salida and some of the mines and old ghost towns. We do plan to get back to the West Coast and take our time with some filming through the Redwood Forest and all along the PCH through California, Oregon, and Washington. If you like the video so far, consider subscribing and clicking that like button to see what lies ahead in our next adventurous video. Also, click that notification button to be notified every time we upload a new video. My son was trying to recall the last time we were on this trail. He was quite a bit younger, it was about 15 years ago. But I was explaining to him that we had actually hiked all the way to the trail's end. And at that point, the trail meets up with those railroad tracks below. And we followed those railroad tracks all the way back up to this point, and then climbed up over there just to the left of us. What I'm pointing at here is an old van down at the bottom of the cliff. I'm going to fly over it here in a minute. I wanted to mention that, as you can see at the beginning of the video there's a sign that lets you know a lot of this area is private property and we're allowed public access. So it's good to keep the trails clean and all that. But also it got me thinking, I was talking about the following the railroad tracks back earlier. And, you know, back then I hadn't really thought about it, but if you walk on those tracks, you're technically trespassing on railroad private property. So if you follow that trail back, make sure you stay on the trail and not on the tracks. It's just a good idea for safety anyway. Speaking of safety, keep track of those feet.
Next trail marker.
Not as agile as used to be, apparently.
Better not look at the camera, better look at where I'm walking. Yeah, the drone got that too. There we are. Next trail marker.
Not as agile as used to be, apparently.
Better not look at the camera, better look at where I'm walking. Yeah, the drone got that too. I am busted tripping. That thing saw me trip. I can't even hide it.
At this point, it was almost noon and getting really hot. We decided to turn around here and come back a little bit earlier another day, get an earlier start. This is about the halfway point. If you look at the top of the road here, or the top of the hill where the road is, you'll see a trail marker, and that is pretty much the halfway point right there. That river is the Gunnison River. And when I was reading the sign at the beginning of this trail, I did notice that the railroad expedition leader's name is Captain John Gunnison. Kind of makes me wonder if the town of Gunnison and the Gunnison River are named after him. I'm going to look into that, and I'll let you guys know in the next video. There's also a spot there on that sign that says, for more information about the old Spanish National Historic Trail, visit Fort Uncompahgre in Delta, or visit www.fortuncompahgre.org. There's a few other websites a person could visit too. If any of you know any of the information here, please leave a comment in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. There's that halfway point trail marker.
Definitely ready to get back. Have some lunch. This is a great morning hike though. It could be an all-day hike if you wanted it to be. One of these days we'll come out here and spend the whole day. Probably going to be in the fall. I'm looking forward to going up on the mesa now. And the mesa is that big mountain you see right there. There's a caldera up there, which is the volcano that caused all the action to create the mountain. And we will be getting up there to film that. At least that's in the plans for the future.
We're near the end of the hike and really hot and tired.
Oh, me too. I'm ready to be back to the car. I am so ready. And back to the parking lot.
Thanks for watching the video. We look forward to sharing our next adventure with you.